We are back at it with some more MX bikes, and we're on the brand new 2023 Fox Raceway created by the boy Kellz. This one just dropped the other day. I'm not even gonna lie with you guys. I think it dropped on like Friday night, something like that. And it's another banger. It's gonna be another one of those great classic tracks that everybody uses for pubs. I'll make sure I have the link and everything in the description below, so definitely check it out. On the website, here's what it looks like. Nice little cover photo. Big shout out to everybody involved. We even get mentioned in there. Big shout out to the boys at X Crew for anybody helping them out. Look at these photos, man. Bright did a great job with these photos. He makes the track look really, really good. But yeah, if you guys haven't already, I'm assuming you guys have, man. This is like probably the most popular track right now in MX bikes. So if you guys haven't already downloaded it, download it, and yeah, make sure you guys download it. But in yesterday's video, I talked about a little bit about the MXGP stuff, and well, I didn't wake up at 5 o'clock. I did wake up at 6 o'clock, and I was able to get in the last race. I was actually 30 minutes early before the last race started. I think this last race started at like 6:30 my time, which was like the same exact time that the NFL game was going on. So that's kind of why I woke up to watch the NFL game, because I figured the race would already be over with. But I was able to get the last race in, and yeah, let's just be real, man. Jet dominated that race. Roxon was right there. France dominated the weekend, though. You got to give it to France for the weekend, dude. They absolutely killed it. First moto, they went on and win with Febra. They also got 8th with Tommy V in the first race. And then in the second moto, they went 1-2 with Tommy V as well as Maximum Monroe, like in moto number 2. Like, France was just on another level. Nobody was competing with them at all for that overall. But I only watched a little bit of the highlights for moto 1 and 2, and it looks like the USA guys, man, just did not bring their A game. I mean, Plus did get like a 4th in moto 1, which was crazy. That's really, really good for him. I think RJ got 16th moto 1 after going down, so great charge by RJ. And then in moto number 2, Craig, I believe, got a really good start, but then kind of just faded. I think he got a crash, and then RJ also had a couple crashes in there. So, I mean, overall, weekend-wise for USA, not the greatest. I mean, I think everybody kind of expected that, though, right? We didn't really expect them to, like, go over there and win. I definitely thought that they could get top 5, though. I did say that, and going into the last race of the day, they were in great contention to get top 5. They were, like, I think 46 points going into the last race, and they were technically in 6th, and they could have got a podium if they had like a miraculous ride, because they were only down, I think, 3 points from like 3rd or something like that, or maybe 4 points going into the last race. But yeah, I really thought they could have get a top 5, but instead they finished 8th overall. Like I said, France just rode insane from the highlights that I saw. Even in the last race, I mean, they didn't really do too crazy in the last race, but at the end of the day, they didn't really need to push anything. I mean, they already had, what was it, 1-8 scores, 1-2 scores, and then I think Febra got an 8th place in moto number 3, which, I mean, doesn't even matter at that point. They already dominated the scoring. They dominated the scoring so bad, it was 14 points total for France, and then the second place team, Australia, was at 34. I mean, like, the last race didn't even matter what place they got, honestly. But Australia rode really good. Jet, from moto number 1, he went down on the, I'm gonna say like a 3rd, 4th corner, right before like the roller section up the hill. He went down basically dead last. I think there was one guy behind him. Dead last all the way to 6th on that track. Insane. Jet is just insane at riding a dirt bike. It's incredible to watch. Kenny also in moto number 1, I mean, just outstanding. Like, Kenny just knows how to ride on every surface. It's insane how good he is. When I watched the 3rd moto, he pulled hole shot, and I thought that maybe if he could have just pulled away a little bit more from Jet, I thought he possibly would have a chance at maybe holding him off a little bit longer. But he rode amazing. Kenny did. He got the overall for MXGP too, like the class category. Kenny, what can Kenny not do? I mean, besides win championships in the USA, but still, I mean, what can he not do? He's amazing on a motorcycle, so got to give it up to him. And I'm pretty sure he's the only guy in Suzuki over there, and he was absolutely dominating everybody. So, I mean, hey, I mean, what does that say about Suzuki? Probably not much. I think it just counts to like what Kenny's capable of more than what the bike is. But Still pretty damn impressive by all of those guys. And you got to give it to the USA guys. I mean, they rode their hearts out. RJ, I guess, was riding with like a hernia on his pelvis or pelvic region area, I guess, something like that, which is kind of nuts if you really think about it. So he was riding hurt. Christian Craig was going into it hurt. I really thought he could have maybe done a little bit better, but I mean, everybody's at their A game at that race, you know what I'm saying? And you got to have like some luck going into it, everybody's been saying. So just got to give it up to them. They tried their hardest, didn't come up. I mean, next year it's going to be a different story, a different track. I think Matterley Basin will be a better track for the USA guys compared to that France track. But overall, I think it was still a pretty good watch for at least Moto number 3. It was a really good watch. The track was brutal. I heard a lot of the guys were complaining about it. They said they didn't rip it up a normal like GP style. They like really did it weird this year. So that kind of sucks, I guess. But I mean, I figured that track was going to be brutal regardless, especially like for GP. I mean, that track always gets kind of rough. So, I mean, I wasn't expecting anything different. But all in all, I mean, let's be real. We had a really good motocross designations. France was dominant. And I'm excited to see what happens next year. I was talking with the boys in the Discord, and I was just like, if we don't put Chase and Tomac out there every year until Tomac retires, I don't know what we're doing. Even if we had like Tomac and Chase out there, do we win? Like, I don't know. I think it comes down to starts, but at the end of the day, like, do we have a better opportunity to win? Absolutely. Are we going to win? I don't know. I think France might still be in the upper hand right there. Just because of how good they are, especially at that track. I think if we put Chase and Eli there, they would have had a better shot than what we did this year, honestly. And I don't even think it mattered what 250 guy we put out there. We could have put out RJ again. I think just having Chase and Eli, I think we would have had a better shot. But that's just my opinion. I mean, I think everybody would honestly say the same thing. But you got to give it up to Craig and you got to give it up to AP, man. They rode their hearts out, and that's all you can really ask for. Big shout out to the boy Liam, too, for providing the races for everybody the last couple days. He bought it personally for him, and he was able to share it with everybody. So big shout out to the boy Liam. I wasn't going to purchase it because it was on at like 4 a.m. my time. So guys, got to show love to Liam in the Discord. If you guys are in there, make sure you guys show some love for him. He did not have to do that, so very thankful that he was able to do that. All right, let's talk a little bit about fantasy football. So in my league that I won last year, my name is Kyler the Creator, as you guys know from previous videos. I am currently down 132 to 83, man. This is the same league that I just won previously, like 150 to like 80, and then I won 77 to 67, and now I'm losing by 50, man. That's literally how fantasy football goes, dude. Like 1 week you're at the tippity top, right, with scoring so many points, and then the next week you're at the very freaking bottom because your team sucks and nobody shows up. Thankfully, we are currently 4-0 in this league, so this loss, I mean, although it's devastating, it's not the end of the world for this league. So I'm happy about that aspect, but yeah, my quarterback was hurt, so I had to pick up Josh Dobbs, aka the quarterback for the Cardinals. He did absolutely dog shit. I mean, he was horrendous today. I thought he was going to be a little bit better versus the Bengals defense, who have been giving up a lot of points recently. But yeah, he was absolutely dog shit. And then Derrick Henry did absolutely nothing for me. I don't even know why I even start this guy. I might trade him away because he's so bad. Joe Mixon, he put up some good points for me. Put up 11. I mean, Arizona run defense is pretty freaking good, so he didn't really like get a touchdown or anything, but he got yardage, which is like what I'm most happy about. Michael Thomas did his thing. I had a couple wide receivers on buys today or this week. Oh, come on, man. As soon as I look away, my bike rotates a little weird. Michael Thomas did his thing, caught a few passes, 80 yards, something like that. Not the greatest, but he put up points. And then DJ Chark, this was my like literally riskiest like person that I put in my lineup today. Okay. We survived. I don't know how we did that. But yeah, DJ Shark was the riskiest person I put in my lineup today, and he balled out. He got a touchdown, a few receptions and a touchdown, so I'm happy about that. Raheem Moister also balled out, got a touchdown and yards. I mean, even Zach Ertz, he got a touchdown, man. So everybody kind of did their thing. It just wasn't enough points. I needed double digits from like every single player, but I only got A majority of my guys got double digits while everybody kind of got in the single digits, which is not good, especially when you're playing a guy that's scoring 44 with Jamar Chase. Man, dude, Jamar Chase literally lit up the Cardinals defense, bro. He literally had like 18 catches. No, he had 15 catches, 192 yards, 3 touchdowns, man. Like, how am I supposed to win against that? Like, you just can't. Then you also had Gabe Davis, who also had like over 100 yards receiving plus a touchdown. He also had Sam Howell, who also scored 25 because he had multiple touchdowns and like 388 yards passing. I mean, there's just no way I'm going to win this game. I mean, it's already chalked up. It's already a loss. It's an L for me, but hey, it's only our first loss of the season for this league, so I'm not even upset about it, honestly. I'm not even too upset. All right, but next on the list, the Carter 3 and out. That is my next. That's my personal league. We're 2-2, about to go 3-2 because we are winning 113-45, baby. And I still have Christian McCaffrey, and I also still have George Kittle still to play. So I'm kind of happy about that. I'm facing my boy Tyler. He's 0-4 though, so I mean, it's not really putting up a fight. His team's kind of garbage. He has Anthony Richardson, who got hurt in the first half, I believe, maybe start of the second half for the Colts. He had Brian Robinson, only scored 6. Devontae Smith really caught 1 pass. He got 0.5 for him. I mean, his team was down bad. The Commanders defense on Thursday night gave him -5, man. His highest points right now is 12.5 by Ernest Johnson, who's a defensive player. I'm not even capping with you guys. That's his largest points. I mean, overall, my team did pretty solid. This is what I'm expecting from my team, like on every single league, just to put up like 100 and plus and have the opportunity to win, but the other league just did not happen. This league, though, we're about to be 3-2, and I'm happy about that because this one's also worth a lot of money. And then my work league, yeah, we're getting killed, man. 102-61. I still have Jordan Love and Devontae Adams, but 102-60, bro. I'm down by 40. He has Deebo Samuels and George Kittle tonight. It's not looking pretty. I would need like a 20 bomb, 25 bomb by each player right there. I just don't think that's going to happen, honestly. Especially with the rookie quarterback for the Raiders playing. And then we got Jordan Love. Like, I can't trust Jordan Love to save my life, dude. I mean, yeah, he can get points, but I feel like sometimes he just makes stupid throws. But hey, you never know. That's what you got to love about fantasy football, bro. You just absolutely never know what could happen. Like, Jordan Love can go off for like 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, you know, and then have a shootout with the Raiders, and Devontae has like 3 touchdowns. You just never know what's going to happen. Like, Jamar Chase scored 50 points today, you know, like that's the beauty of fantasy football, in my opinion. It's just anything can happen, and that's why you play the game, honestly. That's why you play the game, you know what I'm saying? And then our X-Crew League, yeah, I'm losing to Zug, bro. Zug doesn't even know anything about football, and I'm losing to him. So, yeah, it was absolutely in the shitter for this one. I am down 81-69. I still have Devontae Adams going tomorrow, but he has Josh Jacobs going tomorrow, so it could, like, even out, and I still lose by the same amount, but it should be interesting. I mean, fantasy football, like I just said, anything can happen, you know what I mean? So I know I've been talking a lot about fantasy football, man. I know I've been, but I really do enjoy watching fantasy football, playing fantasy football. That's not even including the freaking F1 race that we watched today, dude. Like, F1, like, everything today was jammed freaking packed. Like, I woke up, you had the freaking Motocross Destinations, Moto number 3 on. Then you had football on at 6:30, and then football started at 10 o'clock, but also F1 started at 10 o'clock. So literally, I've been watching sports non-stop all day today. It's been a great Sunday. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. It's been a wonderful Sunday, except I cannot go straight. Yeah, like the F1 race, nothing crazy besides Lewis and George going at it in the first freaking corner and Lewis breaking his car and not finishing the race. And then also at the very end of the race, every driver basically fainted in the pits. But other than that, the race was kind of boring. I almost fell asleep. I'm not even gonna lie with you guys. I almost like dozed out a couple times because I was already tired from waking up so early. And then the race was just kind of a snooze fest. But yeah, I mean, jam-packed Sunday. Literally, you can't ask for a better Sunday. And you also had basketball on. I didn't really watch too much of it, but the Suns played a little bit. I mean, dude, we're about to get into like a couple months of just like crazy sports. Football, basketball, baseball, F1 a little bit. Motocross comes back in January. I mean, dude, it's going to be crazy. crazy. So much going on. But yeah, I mean, can't complain too much about the weekend. I love these type of days, man. I honestly just love sitting back watching sports all day. It's one of my favorite things to do. Now, once I finish editing this video, I'm about to go watch some more TV and just go kick it for the rest of the night. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna try to get some Assetto in the next video, so make sure you guys be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for the love on the sim video and the past 2 bikes videos, man. I appreciate you guys for real. Thank you guys so much for the love, and we'll catch you guys back here in tomorrow's video. I'm out. Peace.